Hey up everybody, my name's Joshua Morrison, director of Johnny Moz's Lessons in Confidence. Today I want to talk a little bit about the fact that not everyone is always going to like you, right? And that's just kind of part of life. No matter who you are, no matter how pleasant you are, no matter how much of a people pleaser you are, you're never going to please everybody, right? Someone is always going to dislike you for some reason or another. Sometimes it's legitimate, sometimes it isn't. Sometimes they're in the right, sometimes you're in the right. But at the end of the day, not everyone is going to like you, right? And this video is kind of just about coming to accept that. Accept the fact that not everyone will like you, like what you have to say, like your perspective, like the things that you're doing or saying or whatever, and they'll just disapprove of it and they'll want to bring you down, or even if they don't want to bring you down, they kind of just inadvertently do by, you know, just by the fact that they don't like you and the fact that you're kind of around them, right? And that brings you down because they exude a bit of a negative energy on towards you and you are the recipient of that, right? And look, there's plenty of people out there that don't like me, and there's plenty of people out there that I don't like, right? So I thought this video could kind of be useful for anyone that has, like, you know, anxieties and stuff in the head, sort of going, oh, I don't like the fact that this person likes me, what does this person think of me? Who cares what that person thinks? That person is a twat, right? Even if they're not a twat, right? The fact that they don't like you means that what's the point of trying to reconcile some kind of thing? Do you respect this person? Do you want to continue some kind of relationship or friendship or whatever with this person? Do you want this person in your life if they're going to make you feel like this? And if the answer is yes, then sure, go for the reconciliation route, right? There's plenty of things that, you know, we've all done wrong that have affected other people in negative ways, and it's good to repent for all that, right? That's all well and good, right? But by the same token, that doesn't mean that you should just accept what other people have to say if it's a negative thing towards you. Not everyone has a valid perspective on your life, right? Only the people that really know who you are can sort of say what you should do or how you should have acted with any kind of authority or legitimacy. And that's not to say, like, you know, if you see like an acquaintance and they say something really stupid that they just did, that you're not allowed to call them out on it, right? That's totally fine, you can do that, right? Because that's kind of small scale stuff that doesn't really matter, right? Just little things, anything like that, like, I don't know, oh, you spent a load of money on something, or oh, you made this tweet or whatever, and it was just a bit of a cringy sort of tweet, you shouldn't have made that tweet, or whatever, you know, there's all kinds of things out there that people do that are bad in the long run. We all make mistakes, we all fuck things up, we all say stupid, immature, hostile little things sometimes, and that's partly because the grander world around us influences us and our behaviors in various forms, right? There's so much negativity out there, and there's so much positivity out there, but there's so much negativity out there that kind of gets you feeling like maybe you should be similar to that. Maybe you're doing something wrong by going around being so positive all the time. And that kind of can cause negative influences, maybe from you, or maybe someone else has thought that and wants to do the same thing of putting out these negative influences. And I don't think anyone seeks out and wants to be negative, but sometimes people just are. Sometimes people are kind of deep down very negative, closed-minded people, right? And essentially, you just kind of have to make decisions on who do you want to associate with, who do you want to be around, who do you want to you know, participate in your life, and then figure it out according to that as one line of the spectrum, and then also as a sort of y-axis on the spectrum, how easy would it be to get rid of this person from your life, right? Say if you've got, like, I don't know, loads of family that are like really big twats, right? It's hard to get them out of your life, right? You can minimize their impact on your life, but like they're kind of there to stay, you know, compared to, I don't know, Joe Bloggs you met down the pub, right, who turned out to be a twat. You can get rid of him. You just don't even go to that pub anymore. Just like go to the pub and ignore him and have like the odd like, oh, hi Joe, how you doing? Oh, not too bad. Ah, still hate all those things that you talked about hating that made me bored to tears. Yeah, still hate them. Oh, great. It obviously wouldn't go like that. It would go something a bit more like, oh, hi Joe. Hi, how are you doing? Yeah, not too bad. How are you? Yeah, good. Yeah. You see the game last night? No. Oh, well, neither did I. Just thought I'd make some small talk. Yeah, that's fair enough. Bye. it would go kind of like that. There's always going to be those awkward moments in your life. There's always those times where something happens that's just kind of shit and miserable and just kind of, it lingers on the mind. I've had so many little awkward interactions and stuff. And I consider that, like, my brain would consider those on par with some of the most negative things that people have done unto me, right? My brain puts those on the same plane, the same tier, right? When they're not even comparable, really. Me being a little bit awkward and saying the wrong thing compared to someone that has done something actively really bad and hostile and very petty and negative and immature and so on and so forth, right? I'm talking about actual things, actions that people take that negatively impact other people's lives, right? If you do something like that, then you are a negative influence on the people around you, right? And if you find yourself in that position, I don't know what you should do other than try and reduce the amount of negativity that you're putting out there. Maybe negativity is like an addiction that you're reliant on, and it's about overcoming that reliance and becoming less reliant on the negativity, because negativity does, in a weird way, release dopamine. That's why these, infinite scrolling feeds of these various social medias work so well at driving engagement and all that sort of stuff, because negativity spreads faster than positivity. It really does. You can get so much mileage out of being negative and being a twat and going, ooh, this is a load of shite, isn't it? It's very easy to just go that route and just be a miserable sod all the time. But it's about finding the balance between negativity and positivity, right? And, the fact that not everyone will like you for who you are, at the end of that, of you trying to make this balance work, of you trying to improve yourself and you trying to make yourself the best version of yourself that you can be the best version of yourself that you could be, and some people still won't like you, and that's okay, because at the end of the day, do you like everybody? No, you don't. So it's only fair that some people won't like you. That's all right. There's people out there that I don't like. There's probably some people out there that I don't like that actually quite like me. And there's probably some people that I like that actually don't like me. And there's probably some cases where it's mutual, and then where we both don't like each other. And then there's some cases where it's mutual and we both like each other. Right? And then there's obviously all the people that I don't know. Essentially, you want to have, as good a quality of those mutual like sort of people. And then you want to have as few of those mutual dislike people and those people that you like but dislike you. You want as few of those. That's the worst one. That's even worse than a mutual dislike, because a mutual dislike is kind of fine. I made a video about it, actually, that when I went out to the pub a while ago, there was just someone there that that was going to be there that I just knew I didn't like, and I knew didn't like me either. But it would be so much worse if it was someone that I respected and really trusted and liked that just turned around at that night and just turned out to despise me, I think that would be so much worse and more negative and more grim at the end of the day. So, yeah, I suppose it's just about finding a balance, really. It's just about trying to figure out what works best. And I don't think I've come to any good answer with this video. And I do apologise for that. And that might be a reason why you might dislike me. But at the end of the day, I'm just trying to be as genuine as I sort of can and being the most myself that I sort of can be. And if some people don't like that, that's fair enough. If other people do like that, cool. Either way, something's happened. You felt something. I mean, in a weird way, I feel thankful for the people that have caused negativity in my life. Not the massive, major negativities that people have put onto me, but little things. I'm kind of glad for them, because I made a video about this as well, where, like, if someone says something quite hostile to you, it kind of negates your own internal monologue that kind of talks shit at you. If you hear it from someone else, you're not doing it onto yourself anymore for a little bit. And so, in a weird way, I'm kind of thankful to the people that don't like me and that I don't like. There's something useful out of that connection, probably for them as well. And even then it can be fun to blow steam and talk to someone about, like, oh God, I just don't like that guy. Why not? He's just a twat. He's just a twat, Some people just are. And it's fine, right? And it's not fine, actually. It's terrible. I'd rather none of us were twats, but that's not the case. It's not the world we live in. We are surrounded by twats on a daily basis, and we just have to put up with it. And we have to do something to rectify the fact that we know certain people that are kind of knobheads, and we want to try and have as few knobheads in our life as possible and have as many good people in our life as possible, or at least a quality, you know, an assorted array of quality people that we know from various walks of life. And yeah, that's the video. I'm sorry it's a little bit rambly, a little bit all over the place, but it is what it is, really. It's a hard topic to sort of figure out. It's a vague topic to kind of figure out, and that kind of necessitates a bit of a vague video about it. But if you did get something out of this, then please let me know in the comment section below what that was. What do you think about the people that you don't like, that maybe don't like you in return? Do you think there's someone out there that you respect, that you maybe get a sense that they don't like you? How does that make you feel? What from this whole scenario of, like, you know, knowing various people, some of which you like, some of which you don't like, some of which don't like you, some of which, you know, it's mutual, some of which you both love each other and that kind of thing. It's nice to have that assorted array, right? And let me know your thoughts on that assorted array in your life, in particular to you and your circumstances, in your little corner of the world, because it might be different in America and China and Zimbabwe and Peru compared to, you know, the United Kingdom, where, you know, there's all this English reservedness going on. Maybe it's a cultural thing, I'm not sure. But yeah. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you got something out of it. I hope it was useful to you and your life, and that you enjoyed it all the same. And if you didn't like it and you don't like me, I don't know why you've really watched to the end, but thanks for the 13 minutes of engagement, or however long this video is. So thank you very much, everybody. Take care, and bye-bye. End it on a negative note. That's a negative thing to do, so I'm gonna change it and do it on a positive note. If you're a nice person, I hope you have a good rest of the life. Not just of the rest of the day, not just the rest of the week, but the rest of the life. Yeah, good rest of the life. Oh, I don't want to get up.